Welcome everybody to hour 4 of MogTalk, the 50th episode explosion show. We have two amazing guests for this hour. One you guys are extremely familiar with already, XenosysVex. Am I saying that right? Do you say that a little bit differently, or is that just like
It's just Xenosis. It's all
Xenosis?
One, it's all one word.
Xenosis? Really? Am I really that? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. I don't know why I separated into three different
It's
things.
like the way you're saying it. The S is capital in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like Xenosys.
Oh yeah, I got it. I put it all lowercase, so that's my fault too. But welcome back to the show, man. I'm super excited we got you in here for the 50th episode.
Oh, I'm really glad that you invited me, dude.
Uh,
Yeah, man.
And again, guys, everyone watching the stream, I've gotten a preview of this already, and it's gonna be a blast. Perezident, I'm gonna call you Perez though, if that's all right.
Yeah, Perez is good.
Yeah. All right. You're the co-tank for Xeno. You're on all his streams almost when you guys go out and do stuff. I'm guessing, right? All of them.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's your first time actually coming on the show. You haven't been on the show before.
No.
But you have a lot to say. So who's the better warrior out of the two of you guys?
Oh,
I mean,
Perez, definitely.
Perez?
Yeah, that's obvious. I'm the better
Definitely.
warrior here. You know? You guys are following the wrong god. I'm the one true warrior god.
Maybe you need to start streaming and just like go out there and just say the better than Xeno warrior. And that'll be the
No,
title of your stream.
I mean, I'll say it firsthand. Like Xeno and I are like, I don't know. I feel kind of blessed to have a warrior that's like equal, if not better. I consider Xeno to be better in certain aspects than me. So like, man, like we are the duo. We are the tank composition to have, dude.
Man,
So-
it's like peanut butter and jelly. You know,
Do you guys-
peanut butter and jelly.
No,
So
although-
when Kerr and I heal, we keep up on Skype, and everything that I say will go straight to her immediately. We don't even think about it, and it's separate from the entire other raid. Do you guys do that too? Or are you like just sitting there in a chat and you're just like, oh, I want you to hear everything I have to say?
I mean, yeah, like, I mean,
You should. If
yeah,
you are,
I don't,
you are.
I don't hide anything. Like, if I want to say something, I'll say it. Like, yeah.
Do you use
Yeah.
push to talk, or do you use like what you call it? You have to use push to talk, Xeno. You have to use. Push
Oh, I mean, I use push to talk, but I mean, like the way my brain works is even if I like just talk to myself, I hit my push to talk. I'll just be like, man, I fucked that up so bad, and the group's like, wait, what? I'm like, oh, nothing, just whatever.
All right. Well, tonight I wanted to talk about a subject. We're going to center around one particular example for most of the entire time of the stream, but I wanted to make sure that we covered a way for enhancing content for hardcore, midcore players in the game, because you guys spend a lot of time in the end game. Lots of time. Xeno, Jesus, you find so many different ways to still enjoy the in-game content.
Oh yeah, man, you have to. I mean, when the shit doesn't come out, but like once every half a year, it's
Yeah, every 6 months you don't get anything that's really.
yeah, it's like you got to do dumb shit, You got to do like 7, 8 warriors. You got to do solos. You got to do duos. You got to do
Yeah.
shit that doesn't even make any fucking sense. Like,
Xeno definitely has like the most patience though. Like out of everyone, Xeno can just like sit in a trap, not give a fuck, Like he's there for hours, dude. And like I'd be out in like the first like 2 pulls. I'm like, alright, we ain't clearing this. I'm out. But Xeno, fuck man, crazy.
but if there is like a 0.01% chance that we'll clear, yo, I'm staying. I'm staying.
That's awesome. Perez, did you ever, before like teaming up with Xeno, with his group, did you ever do anything like what Xeno does, where you go out and you try to solo content or do like weird combinations to try to clear content?
I mean, as soon as I got warrior to 60, like one of my first thoughts was like, all right, this like equilibrium is like the best cooldown like ever for like soloing shit. So I went into Ifrit hard mode, Garuda hard mode, fucking Cave Westwind, like you name it, dude. I went in it, I tried, and yeah, man, like I definitely did some funky shit with warrior.
Yeah. That's
yeah.
awesome. And you guys are both doing warrior right now in your group, right? Or am I imagining that?
Yeah, we're going
Yep.
double warrior for 3.2.
I mean, it's the meta, dude. You got to be double warrior. If you're not
Yeah,
double
like-
warrior, you're doing it wrong.
Like they said, they did mention some like some cooldown adjustments. I swear to God, they better not touch fucking Vengeance. They better not touch my favorite cooldown in the game. But anyway,
Yeah.
so like depending on the fight, Perez has Paladin that he's gonna switch to if it'll increase our chances of success, and I have Dark Knight that I can switch to. So like between the both of us, we pretty much have every single thing covered. So I guess we're gonna go in like Double Warrior, but then I guess just play it by ear kind of thing and see what happens. So yeah, but that's the original plan is Double Warrior.
All right. So since you guys spend so much time kind of in the end game of everything, how do you like what are some suggestions if you have to say something to Square Enix and you're just like, this is how you're going to improve the end game content for me and players that are like me without putting in like a complete overhaul of like 50 bosses per patch? How would they go about doing that?
Revamping old fights, man.
Revamping old fights?
Revamping the old fights. Or they could make actual like hard dungeons.
Oh, like hard formats?
Yeah, like a legit like, if you pull 2 trash packs, you're fucking dead. Difficult. Like that's the kind of difficult I'm talking about. Like, because like I don't know if anybody ever played like, Rift or fucking Ion or anything like that, but in those dungeons, if you pulled like you do in this game, you are dead as shit.
Yeah.
DED, dead as shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you guys would want to see like heroic versions of maybe content, like if you're gonna put in like WoW terms, like of dungeons.
Yeah, like if they had like actually like hard dungeons, and like revamp some old fights, which I mean I would imagine that would be easy to do. I mean the fucking model's already made, like 90% of the mechanics are already there. You just add like maybe 1 or 2, increase its damage and HP, and there you go. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a programmer, so I don't know if that's actually hard to do or not, but I mean, it seems like it would be easy.
Right. Well, I mean, I am kind of there with you too. I think that some of that stuff wouldn't be too difficult. Even if they put stuff in there that was impossible to clear, or stuff that was like not really that much harder, going in there and adding a few mechanics to something could make it a lot more fun. But again, yeah, I'm not a programmer. I don't know how their system's really built around all of that. I do want to ask you this, and I wanted to ask you this a second ago, but for some reason I forgot about it. I want to ask you guys, since you go in there and you're going out there exploring different ways to clear content, what is one of the most interesting things that you've ever done going out of your way to clear something in a special setup? Xeno?
Killing Titan solo.
You think that's it?
That was the best and most fun thing I have ever done in this game, hands down. Yeah, I mean, that was like it was just a whole other experience. I had never done anything like it before in this game, and I had a lot of fun with it. I ended up killing it 3 times, and yeah, it was just a ton of fun. It was extremely challenging, and like personally, that was one of, if not the best thing that I have ever done, I guess game-wise in this game.
Okay. Perez, do you have anything like that you're just like, this is my achievement?
I mean, like, I spend a lot of time figuring out how to min-max every class in the game. Like, I just recently healed A4, so that I now have the title of healing, tanking, and DPSing all of Alexander Savage, which is, like, kind of like my, I don't know, my main achievement is just being good at everything. Because I do spend a lot of time on the striking dummy figuring out shit and just doing everything I can. So like if someone asked me, hey, can you fill in for my group, like I would volunteer myself as a class I've never played as, just for like that added element of like, okay, how do I approach this mechanic, how do I min-max this mechanic as this job. So definitely figuring out the different rules and how they work is probably how I spend most of my time.
And that's something that's actually kind of difficult with, I think, in 3.x, is going in there and mastering multiple jobs or roles. Because you can get one down and you can like feel super confident about it. but you can jump into another one. You have to do a lot of work to get up to that next point of feeling confident in that role too. I feel like it's been harder in 2.x or 3.x than it was in 2.x. Do you guys agree with that at all, or you think it's just the same?
No, definitely. For sure.
Yeah.
Like 3.0 is just like it's a whole different game, man. Like tanks never had to do this much damage, like ever. And like healers, even though they said like, oh, you don't have to, like Square Enix said that this content was tuned to have healers not DPS at all, right? Which is bullshit in my opinion. But like healers and tanks have had to like pull their weight a lot more than in previous patches. So yeah, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, it's insane going healer as a scholar because you're not thinking about how much you can go out there to make sure you guys don't die. You're thinking about how much can I get away with casting damage spells and then going back and making sure people stay alive afterwards.
Yep.
And that's an interesting concept. But that means that if you want to be a healer and you just want to be pure healer, you have to go white mage. You can't really go Astro, right? Because Astro will like, most people will say no to you simply because you're an Astro. And then if you go Scholar, you're expected to DPS.
Hey man, scholars, man, they got a pet, man. That's all you need. Man.
Pet. So basically, just embrace everybody constantly, and that's all it is. Oh man. Well, okay, so you brought an example of how to actually improve the content in the game, and this is what the highlight is. This is what you've spent. How much time did you spend on this again, Xeno?
I spent a couple days on it. The pictures took me a long time to make because, man, I'm not the best at Photoshop. I need a guide, man. I had to like look up how to get the eraser tool up. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't even erase shit. And I realized I had something selected. I'm like, oh my god.
I mean, you had me fooled, man. Like these pictures, man, they're pretty. They're top notch. You know, I was impressed.
They're Xeno brand.
Yeah,
I think they're definitely Xeno brand. All right, so let's dive into that a little bit. I want to make sure that we have enough cushion time in here to talk about this as much as possible because it was kind of neat. So do you want to go ahead and tell everybody what they're about to see?
All right. So yeah. All right. All right. So when you messaged me, you were like, "Yo, I got this show coming up. I want you to be on. It's the 50th show." I'm like, "I'm in. I'm fucking in." You know. And we're like, "Well, what are we gonna talk about?" I was like, "Fuck, dude, I don't know. Like, I have no idea." And then we were like spitballing a couple ideas, and then I was like, "Whoa, I got an idea. How about we take one of the old fights and we make it better, right? We make it savage, like we make it as hard as 3 or 4, like just brutal, just fucking brutal, And so I made a fight, and it's personally my favorite fight in the game. This is my favorite fight in the game, and it's Titan Extreme. And the reason why it's my favorite fight in the game is because Titan Extreme will teach you everything you need to know about the game. It will teach you that if you fuck up, you get knocked into the pit of losers, and you don't even get to watch the battle. You get to stare at your dead fucking body and think about what you could have done better to not be in the shit situation that you're in now. So it teaches you how to, the 5 Ds, the dodgeball, the dip, the dive, the duck, the dodge. I don't know. There's 2 dodges. Whatever. But anyway, it tells you that shit, right? And then it also teaches you how to kill ads. It teaches you how to do a tank swap. It teaches you a DPS check, and it's just awesome, man. So I did a revamp of Titan Extreme, and this is gonna be released in 3 point something.
3.3. Let's do 3.3. That's good.
Okay. 3.3. All right. 3. Yeah. That's what Yoshi said to me. Okay. All right. That's right. Okay. So but this version is called Titan Blood of the Living Dragon Bones Savage Fell Cleave Greased Extreme. So
where does the grease come from?
Like grease lightning stacks.
Oh, okay, I got you.
If you lose your stacks, you're like, oh, my stacks. That shit. So
a trip.
So yeah, okay. All right, now the first okay. So in this fight, there's gonna be a lot of new mechanics.
Okay.
All the shit's gonna hit way fucking harder. Let's see. Here, let me get
Which one are you going for first?
all right, so I've already spoiled this a lot. So for the people that have already seen this, try to act surprised again, please. Okay, so Titan is gonna have dive bombs. Titan will have dive bombs in this version, and the dive bombs will look like this.
Posted in. Oh, you got
I
wrecked.
got wrecked. Oh no.
I should have totally remember that. There you go.
All right. Okay, there we go. All right. I got wrecked. My bad. I'm sorry.
Ask next time, guy.
So yeah. So Titan. All right. So as you can see in the picture here, I got a dive bomb marker over my head, and well, I'm gonna get fucked up because I'm gonna get hit by that dive bomb. I should have dodged. I should have done the second and like fourth D. I should have dodged there. And the cool thing about Titan's dive bombs is like in the path of the dive bomb, he leaves a landslide. So if you try to like slick dick it and like, you know, oh, fuck that bomb and like go back in, nah, you're getting knocked the fuck off of the platform. So there's the first, there's the first new mechanic. Now,
okay.
Let's see. Okay, so for landslide, it's not too different. But it's a little different. It's a little different. It's more punishing. It's a lot more punishing. Let's see. So like for example, right? You know, as a tank, if you're tanking Titan, and Titan turns away, you can just stand there with your dick in your hand, not even move. Well, in this version, you gotta move because the landslide comes from behind too. It's an ass slide, so you gotta get the fuck out of the way. You know, you can't just stand there. So now I got to dodge.
Oh.
So there's dive bombs and then there's landslide. Okay, all right. Now everyone knows about Titan's mechanic damaging ability, Mountain Buster. Now, if I was to ask you, you know, what if he threw an actual mountain at you? Like, what if he threw, you know how big a fucking mountain is? What if he picked the mountain up and threw it at you? That's pretty intimidating. Like, that's fucking savage, right?
I did actually look at the pictures when you downloaded that.
A whole fucking mountain being thrown at you? Like, just picture him picking up Mount Everest and throwing it at you. You got like 4 presidents' heads or however many just fucking flying at you. You know?
Do you take like frost damage if it's Everest or something?
Yeah, so the concept behind this picture is that see, the mountains that he's throwing are mountains from a Bob Ross painting.
Yeah.
And so as you can see here, he even signed it. You know, Titan GG well painted, bitch. You know,
I see it at the bottom.
Like, look at this paladin. He didn't use a cooldown. He's got like 9 fucking cooldowns. He didn't use a single one. He got fucked up. He got fucked up.
So it looks like he's turned on his side. And then I like that afro too. That's a really nice touch.
Oh yeah, it's Kappa Ross, man.
Yeah, Kappa Ross.
Kappa
All right.
Ross.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah. So okay, now the thing is about this Mountain Buster. Okay, all right. Now here's the thing about this Mountain Buster. It does a fuck ton of damage. A metric fuck. It does 3 mountains. It does 3 Bob Ross mountains worth of damage. So however the fuck. I mean, I can't calculate infinity, but however the fuck that.
Infinity
goes,
times 3.
Whatever. Yeah. But this Mountain Buster applies a debuff called Burden of the Earth. And what it does is the next Mountain Buster that you get hit with for the next 15 seconds is death. You are DED. You are dead. If you're gonna try to be cute and like living bone through this shit, it goes through that. It's like it's a shit. It just shits all over invulnerability. It just shits all over it.
Perez, real quick, Perez. What do you think about this so far?
No, it's like if this isn't in the fight by 3.3, man, like I don't know what to say, man. Square Enix really needs to pick up this shit. This is.
I think if they put this fight in, just real quick, they're probably catering towards the 0.00001%, and then probably the however many people watch your stream. They're catering towards those people so they can see you do it. Oh my god, this is epic. All right, continue. Sorry.
So that's that's Titan's new model, by the way, with the dank shades and blonde. He's a fucking cool cat this time around. He's got his shit together.
Yeah.
So all right. So Mountain Buster puts on a debuff. Basically, it says if you take another Mountain Buster in the next 15 seconds, you are dead as shit. That's actually the description, word for word. Yeah, so you got the landslide, it's 8-way, and then you got the dive bombs, and then so the tumults, they remain unchanged. I was gonna put like a stacking like vulnerability on every tumult, but no, that's just like it's whatever. Okay, so like the tumults are pretty much the same, but okay. Now here's the really funny one. Plumes, right? The weight of the land. Well, these weight of the land, if you get hit with these, it's not like, you get hit and then, oh, I hope no one notices. Maybe the AoE healing will heal me up so no one will notice that I fucked up. No, not in this shit. You know that heavy that the gob cart or whatever, the go-kart puts on you?
Yeah.
How when he puts it on, you can't even fucking move? Like you're just looking at your feet, right? And you can't even move. Your feels bad, man. That's how slow that this plume will do to you. Like if you get hit, you get that slow. So that means that every single mechanic for the rest of the fight, and that's just a permanent slow. Like it doesn't go away. It's just a stack of you're bad and you're not dead yet, but you will be soon.
Right. The slow of shame.
It's not cleansable. Yeah, exactly. The slow of shame. The slow of shame.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it puts a slow on you, so that way everybody knows that you fucked up. You shit the bed, Okay, so the tumult, the plume. Okay, here's a cool twist on GeoCrush. Now, if you're going in here for the first time, this will kill every single person in the entire group, guaranteed. The reason why is because this GeoCrush, and this is the move where he knocks the platform. He makes it smaller.
Right.
He knocks the edges off. Okay. This GeoCrush will knock you in a random direction like Wash Away. So if you're all stacked on the edge like you think you should be, you're all going to get knocked. Well, I guess not everybody, because you could get knocked in the middle. But for the people that get knocked in the middle, they're going to be laughing at the people that got knocked off the edge. So
this is a Wash Away GeoCrush.
Yeah. So basically, you have to stack in the middle and just use
take all the damage.
Fucking Succor, Sacred Soil,
Adlo, and deployment.
Veil. You'll bring a paladin to the fight.
Oh,
Divine
the paladin viability, dude.
That's what I'm saying.
It's over, dude. It's over.
Paladins
Shield mode.
Comeback.
Let's do it.
All right. So I got the phase 1.
That's just phase 1.
It's This is just phase 1. So it's pretty simple. It's just you got Mountain Buster and then Tumult times 3, and you got Plumes, you got Landslide, then you got Dive Bombs. And these dive bombs, they're somewhat easy to dodge. It's just like T13. So you stack you bait them out, right? The whole group is masturbators, right? You bait the shit out, and the dive bomb marker will go over your head, and you look, where is he? Okay, and then you dodge. It's that kind of dive bomb.
Does he kind of go down to the side and come through, or does he just come through?
Yeah, he comes down. He literally, how in DBZ, right? People just fly. I mean, they just say fuck it and they fly. Well, that's what he does. He just says fuck it and he flies. I mean, who knew Titan was a Saiyan, right? I mean, who knew? That was kind of how I was thinking you could dodge dive bombs. All right.
Okay, now, real quick, I want to ask Perez and get some comments from him on this. Do you think you could do this fight so far, phase 1, Perez? You think you could be on top of it?
Phase 1, that's probably the hardest fight Square Enix would ever release. Is just phase 1. Phase 1 alone just looks fucking ridiculous, dude. But I'm just indulging in all this fucking Titan, Savage, Fell, Cleave, Living Bone, Greased Extreme, dude.
It's pretty greased, man. I like this. Okay, sorry, Xeno.
Oh, it's all good. Okay, so all right, so then phase 2. All right, phase 2. This is the heart phase.
Right.
Now in the other ones, he does like a little bit of foreplay phase, because it's like you push him past the first phase, he comes down, and it's still like, I'm not really in my heart phase, not yet. Well, fuck that. It goes straight to the heart phase. It's just like, and yeah, it just goes straight to the fucking heart phase. So
right.
in the heart phase is when he introduces bombs. Now the bombs, let's see here. The bombs have a static pattern. But this is what the bombs look like. And they're super bombs. They're like super uber bombs. They are indestructible. You can't even kill them. You can't even kill these bombs. Like, you can look at them, but like if you hit them, it says invulnerable. Like you can't even kill those bombs, right? Mm-hmm. There's very little space to dodge, but there's spaces to dodge on those bombs. So he has the bombs, and then all right, now this is a original move. It's called Lava Burst. Now, Lava Burst is really cool because when he has his heart out, right, and it's like his heart, it's fucking badass, man. It's epic. That's the heart of Titan. That's the heart of the world. That's badass.
The heart of the world.
What would be more badass than Heart of the World is if the Heart of the World shot fucking lasers out of it. Laser beams out of the fucking heart of the planet.
All right, so visualize this for me real quick. Is it like
fucked up, man?
Is it like different lasers go different places and it just
all right, so it's basically like a tank cleave. It's just like Blinding Blade, right? Okay. It's just like Blinding Blade. So it's like not as severe as Mountain Buster, and you can if you use a cooldown, you can soak it solo, but ideally you want to take this with a buddy. See, and the reason why you want to take this with the buddy is if you look at this diagram here, you see how the Paladin, he didn't have any buddies. He just took that solo. Well, he got fucked up. So lesson, if you try to take this solo, you're probably going to get fucked up too.
I like how all of the is it Paladins dying every single time?
I found the gayest cat Paladin I possibly could.
Okay.
For about 1 minute. Nice. I just picked the gayest cat Paladin I possibly could find in like 60 seconds. And yeah. All right, so basically that's like Blinding Blade. So you got the bombs, and then you got Lava Burst, and Lava Burst is a lot like Rock Breaker, except for he doesn't have Rock Breaker anymore. He shoots lasers out of his heart. That's pretty much it. So in this phase, you got bombs, and then landslide, a couple plumes. Now the cool thing about this, right, is because the bombs are in like those static locations, because it goes bombs, landslide, double plumes, you have to like bait out the bombs in the middle, or I'm sorry, the plumes in the middle. Then you have to dodge to the edge while you're dodging the landslide to bait out like the other plumes, And then that way you bait those plumes on the bombs, then you come back in the middle, and then the bombs blow up. So that's how you dodge that. So it's kind of like a neat little dance,
Yeah, dances are great, man.
Yeah. And then it's Tumult ×3, and then Lava Burst, and then more bombs, and then it's Plumes ×3. Now this is kind of cool because this is a slick dick plume. He tries to slip one in there because he does the plume. So boom, you're in the middle. Like stack up. He's doing plumes. Stack up, nerd. Everybody's stacked up. And boom.
And he's like, get wrecked, nerd.
Yeah, plumes come out. Boom. Then you go to the edge. Bait out the second plumes, and then you go back to the middle. And then, boom, you get hit with another set of plumes. You're like, oh, fuck, where am I supposed to go? Well, you're supposed to dodge out and then back in super fast. Like, immediately when those plumes go away, I'm talking the split second when those plumes go away, you better be back in the middle.
So this wouldn't be lag-friendly?
Huh?
It wouldn't be lag-friendly at all?
If your ping isn't like... If your ping is at the most 20, then you're not doing this fight.
Okay.
Like if you have higher than 20 ping, you better see.
Yeah.
Because the shit ain't working.
Nice.
So then he's got like the plumes and the bombs explode. Then another Mountain Buster. So somewhere in there, You may or may not need a tank swap because it goes like Mountain Buster and then Lava Burst. So like you're gonna have like the off tank is gonna have to like watch real close and not get hit by the Mountain Buster, but then stack on with the Lava Burst too. You know, if you're gonna share it. But if you look at the picture, you should probably share that shit because that Paladin got fucked up. And then it's just Tumult times 3, and then the whole thing repeats. So
okay, that doesn't seem too bad. I think I could.
It's not. It's
yeah, I could probably get that in like maybe 5 months, right? Maybe 5 months of progression, I could probably get it.
Right. Okay, so let's see. All right. Now, you know, he comes down and you either kill the heart or he does Earthen Fury and he just wipes the group. One of two things happen, you know, whatever. Okay, so then boom, final phase. Final phase, he comes out spitting fire. He does a Mountain Buster and then 9 tumults and then another Mountain Buster and then another tumult and then another Mountain Buster. So it looked really funny because he's like, "Argh!" And then he stomps on the ground, you know, like he's fucking baby raging. And then he and then stomps and So while the second, like the, you know, like the single tumult, you need to do a quick tank swap.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't know how many people have seen like our 7 warrior like shenanigans shit, but we did something similar to this on Akmorn, where one warrior took like 2, one warrior voked, Holmgang took another one, and then another warrior voked and took like the last one or some shit. It was pretty fucking awesome, and I wanted to incorporate the same thing. So that's pretty much what it is. It's like Mountain Buster on one tank, then he's gonna stomp, you know, a bunch of times because he's mad that he probably didn't kill you. And he's gonna Mountain Buster, and then you're gonna need to Voke like during those stomps because he's gonna Mountain Buster and then he's gonna stomp again, and then the other tank's gonna have to Voke again, and then because he's getting Mountain Buster because he's getting fucked up.
Right.
All right. Now he has a couple new moves in this last phase, and this move is one of my favorites. It's called Earthen Grasp. This call is called Earthen Grasp.
Okay.
Now what Earthen Grasp is he went to the Marauders Guild for a day, and he completely mastered Warrior. Completely mastered Warrior.
Yeah. Why
and
not?
this move, he Holmgangs the entire fucking party into the middle. The whole party. He just grabs the whole fucking party and yanks him in the middle. Well, actually, it's wherever he is. So if you got him toward the edge, then it's actually toward the edge, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so he pulls in, he pulls in the whole group, and let's see.
So
we need to, or what?
I'm looking at this too, and I was starting to think about this. All right, so he got this from the Marauders Guild, right? Isn't he made of rock? Isn't it like the opposite of what Marauders?
Yeah, dude,
You don't get into the lore.
Well, no. Okay, all right. So in this game, the entire lore that I know, I just learned like 2 hours ago, actually. so there's probably going to be a couple loopholes in here, but
okay.
Just hey, you know what, man? Just kind of do me a favor, overlook it a little bit.
I'm gonna go over it.
Yeah. All right. So Earthen Grasp, he's gonna pull everybody in.
Yeah.
Now the cool part about this, right, is in this phase, after he pulls everybody in, he's going to do 3 plumes, and then he's going to do upheaval. So what you're going to need to do is he's going to pull everybody in. You're going to need to bait the first plume out, right? And then dodge to the edge, bait the second one, dodge back in, bait the third one, then dodge out to dodge it. But then immediately after that plume goes away, you need to dodge back in because he's casting upheaval and he's going to knock everybody to the edge. So it'll be a really cool, like in and out kind of thing, you know?
Okay.
You know, kind of like a dance, you know, dances are cool.
Yeah, dances are great, man.
Yeah. And then, okay. All right. Now here is a very cool mechanic, or at least I think it's very cool. There are ads in this. The ads are relatively the same. They have, you know, a little more HP. They hit a little harder, and, you know, they still do the landslide. There are 3 dark brown ads, like, you know, like normal. And then there's one Titan Edgy ad. He's bright orange. You cannot fucking miss him. You cannot miss him. He's bright orange. And the three normal ads are, you know, exactly that. They're just normal. But the orange ad. Okay, so in Garuda Extreme, there's a spiny plume, right? And when you blow it up, that shield comes out, and you have to stack inside the shield. But you can't kill the spiny plume too soon. You got to kill it just right, you know? Yeah, you got to Goldilocks that shit. You can't kill it too soon, can't kill it too late, just right.
Right.
So then you stack in the middle, she does her, you know, bitch move, and then everybody's safe, you know? Well, in this one, it's the same principle, except for when the orange ad blows up, if all the other jailers are dead, it will put the whole party in a jail. So by killing the orange ad, you jail yourself. But you're going to need to do that at the right time, because after the dive bombs that happen in this phase, which are right after he summons ads, so you have to like dodge dive bombs while killing ads. It's like T5 all over again. When you do that, you have to time it to where you kill all the normal ads and then the orange ad. And then he puts everyone in a jail, because Titan comes down and does Earth and Fury, and he will kill anybody that's not in a jail. So it'll be really awesome execution-wise to kill that on time, because if you don't, the people that aren't in a jail are going to die. So
how long does the jail last?
Oh, it lasts like a minute. I don't know.
Oh, a minute. Okay.
Well, but when he does Earth and Fury, he breaks all the jails, so it kind of doesn't matter. You know. Oh, well, I guess it can't last.
So is it just like a DPS check?
Yeah. It lasts whatever amount of time that you cannot cheese it. That is how much time that it lasts. Okay. All right. So he has one more mechanic.
Yes.
All right.
This is the one, boys. This is the one.
One more mechanic.
Okay.
Okay. Now everybody knows T13. Ooh, T13. Fucking Bahamut. Fucking dragons and shit breathing fire. You know, Akmorn. Badass tank buster. Akmorn is arguably the best tank buster in this fucking game. I mean, when he does Akmorn, shit gets real.
Right.
Shit just got real, you know? Titan has a move. Titan has a move like that. It's called Rockmorn. Fucking Rockmorn. And this is what happens when Titan does fucking Rockmorn. Some real shit.
Some pretty real, man.
Yeah, real shit.
Definitely went into Super Saiyan mode there.
Yeah. Like, you see this hair? He's not fucking around, man. He's not fucking around.
Oh, that's great.
This move hits really fucking hard. Here, I'm going to tell you the description that I wrote.
All right.
Summons a massive molten lava meteor from Dimension X, dealing massive damage across 6 hits. Must be split between the 2 tanks and heavily mitigated. Invulnerability does not work. Uh-oh.
Hell yeah, dude.
Uh-oh. Yeah, so if you hollowed this, or if you home gang this, I can guarantee you that this move will shit all over you, just like that fucking spear in goddamn Thornton. That spear just shits over invulnerability.
You mess it up, done.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like I've seen people, they don't pop anything. They just use like home gang, and they're just deleted. Like they get hit so hard, they log out of the game and their character leaves the instance. Like it hits that fucking hard. And
oh god.
Yeah, so cooldowns are going to be a little tight. Just a little tight. Now in the last phase, there is no real enrage. There's a soft enrage, but it's a funny soft enrage. So what'll happen is at the very end of his rotation, he uses Rockmorn and then Geo Crush. And when he does Geo Crush, the platform that's already kind of small gets smaller. So then if you happen to live through another rotation, the platform will then get a little smaller. And it'll get so small, in fact, that eventually you'll just like be knocked off by the wash away. Although I can say that Tempered Will and shit works on it, so you could be the last paladin standing. I'm telling you, they're making a comeback. Bring a paladin. They got Tempered Will.
It actually works with mechanics now.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, make sure you're doing the shit right, like sharing tank cleaves and that kind of shit, or else
Right.
look at the picture, that guy got fucked up.
Yeah, no, he pretty much looked like it. All right.
Yeah. So let's see. That's yeah. So that's the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's pretty much
I'm very impressed by this, by the way. This is good. I would be happy seeing this in here. I would love to try it so I can see if I can get past the first mechanic. And then maybe progress towards phase 1 in about a couple of months. So, Perez, I'm just really curious. How often does Xeno like go into these? Does he ever go into a round? He's like, man, I want to see this happen.
When Xeno goes, he's talking for quite some time, man. He has a lot to say about his own special little mechanics. Man, like I don't know. As an endgame raider, I'm pretty sure anyone that endgame raids in this chat can attest to this. Like, this is definitely a fight that we all want to see. Like fuck, man, it's so perfect.
So
punishing.
Perfect as in like you have to be 100% perfect to pass this.
Honestly, I honestly don't think you said okay. So there's Mountain Buster, right? And then 9 tumults, and then a Mountain Buster, and then 9 tumults, right? Something like that. I don't think you have enough MP or like the cast time to heal.
3 heals. You gotta do 3 heals, and then you have to have warriors for the DPS, right?
Yeah, 3 healers, 3 warriors.
Yeah. All right. So I want to hit some questions here real quick that we have from the chat. We got a few more minutes here. I want to make sure. I'm glad I made cushion time for this. This was great, by the way. By the way, just real quick, what loot does this guy drop?
Oh yeah. Oh, I almost forgot. Yeah. Yo, shout out to the manipulator for bringing that up. Okay, so this loot, man, it's about no matter what type of player you are, casual, mid-core, hardcore, elitist, it doesn't fucking matter. Because this loot that's gonna drop, yo, a fucking minion for Lords of Verminion. Everybody plays that shit, and that's what it's gonna fucking drop. It's gonna drop the Titan minion. Who would want a Titan minion? I would love a Titan minion.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So much passion in Xeno's voice.
Oh God, that's brilliant. All right, so let's see if I can find we have some questions in here, some serious questions here. Well, this is kind of serious. I think it's Silverstorm. Wanted to know how many marijuanas did it take to come up with this?
Man, I totally nerded out. Like because I used to run D&D campaigns. I used to be super nerd. Like super nerd, right? I was in that D&D mode. I'm like, man, I'm about to design this fight. Yeah. Shut up, Mom! I'm designing a fight! That kind of shit.
Nice. Okay, so I have another question here. They want to know if Heroes X81 wants to know if you can tank LB3 on this fight.
You can warrior tank LB3. The Paladin just gives everyone Shield Oath, and the Dark Knight just gives everyone that misery debuff that you get in Google Story, emo shit, But the warrior LB, that'll live through anything. Yeah, that's what's up.
All right. So what about let's say we do LB3 for healers. Can you sack it and then do a LB3 for healers?
I think if the tanks are dead, like even for like a split second, the healers are probably dead with all these mechanics going out.
Just like if anyone dies, it's a wipe.
It seems like he does a Mountain Buster almost every other mechanic, right? So he just turns around Mountain Buster healers,
Okay. Another question here is a little bit not relevant, but it was asked just a second ago, and I want to make sure that Perez has some say in this too. But he was actually asking this to you directly, Perez. Did you take out the trash? This was from Goofy Bra.
No, I actually had my dad do it because I was raiding, okay?
Okay.
I can't be taking out the trash during raids. Don't worry, I love my mom, for sure. Never interrupt me while I'm raiding, Mom.
Creator wants to know, if you wipe on this boss, does your character get deleted?
No, because you know what? This game, Titan is kind of like, like Ninja Gaiden, right? or like a super difficult Nintendo game. You have infinite lives, it's just hard as shit. And you know what the coolest thing about Titan is? Whenever you wipe, all your cooldowns fucking, they're done. They're up again. Even your potion. Whenever you wipe on Titan, everything is up again. No wait time. It's just pull after pull after pull after pull. You're pulling so much, you know, it's insane. You know, there's no downtime at all. You just spam pulling.
Nah, Titan pulls you. Like, the gate's open, Titan charges after you, dude. Mountain busters right away.
Like the gate opens, Titan hits his pull macro.
Yeah, you should definitely incorporate
That's what happens. Yeah. Titan hits the pull macro. You got 20 seconds to get all your shit together before he comes and attacks you. That's what's up.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to ask one more question. We have some more questions in here, but I don't think we'll have time to get to them, unfortunately. But this is a very important one. Sly asked this just a moment ago. He's asked, when can he get Odin Brutal Savage Rage of Gungnir?
Oh, man. We thought about which fight to do. Like, okay, so remember originally the show was going to be like three of us were going to have like two different fights. We were all going to do like at least two fights. I was like, oh man, I'm doing Titan. I'm going to talk a little bit about Ultima. I'm going to do like fucking turn 11, you know, which by the way, I actually have just as much stuff for turn 11 as I did for this fight, because I did it for fun like last year or some shit. But anyway, I would be totally down that if people like this stupid shit like I do, I would be totally down to make another one.
I think that's
people would too.
Chat, if you guys want to see Xeno do another one of these, and then we can have another segment sometime in the future where he goes over into this again, that'd be great. Maybe you could work with Perez and create a fight.
Perez was talking about making Moogle.
Moogle?
No, I mean, yeah, Moogle. We got like Ultima with all the updated primals. You got A4 except with 8 legs, you know, just like all this shit, man. The possibilities are endless. But yeah, definitely, Xeno should definitely have his own segment, man. Like, you know, have like the title screen, XenosysVex, you know, to you, and then just like a fell cleave transition, you know. I'd be down for that for sure.
All right, we'll make it happen in the future, guys. We'll work with Xeno. We'll find another one, and we'll have like, it'll be a 2-hour special.
Man, Odin would be awesome though.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that fight. That was a good fight too. Odin hit really fucking hard when he came out. Like that Sage tail, that hit like a fucking truck.
Yeah.
And it makes you sad because like Odin had like no use. It was just like
it was so much better in FanFest, guys. It was a lot better in FanFest. It was a lot harder.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, the DPS check was a lot more serious, but
wow, that's really cool.
Yeah, I was actually it was awesome because when people were trying to clear it at FanFest, you'd see like the group sitting there, and it's like just 10 seconds of hitting the boss at the end, and you're with like 7 other random people half the time, and you're just like, DPS, just do it. And I remember seeing Joe over there, I think too, and he was like grinding, and he was like going in there for the 3rd time. He's just like, you see him going in, he's like, yeah, and he just like jumps up, and I thought it was great. All right. First, let's go ahead and we gotta start getting towards the end of this. I'm gonna start wrapping it up here, guys. Thanks for everyone for the questions, and you know, Xeno, Perez. I'm sorry you didn't get to talk more here.
No, it's fine, man. Like, I really wanted to just listen to Xeno go, man.
I kind of ranted, sorry.
No, you did. It was great. But we'll get you guys back on here. Maybe you guys can double team this next time. And I also want to give you guys a chance real quick. Do you guys have any shout outs that you want to do to anybody?
I mean, I'd like to shout out the Vanguard FC on Leviathan.
Okay.
You know, Vanguard. I want to shout out all the people in chat, some longtime friends in here, Jay, Joe, everyone. Just, you guys are awesome.
Xeno, you got any shout outs, man?
Shout out to Twitch chat. I fucking love Twitch chat. If I could permanently like get an operation to where Twitch chat is like ingrained on like my right like peripheral of my eyeball, I would love to see just Twitch chat when I'm like making fucking pizza rolls, man. Like, hurry up, nerd. Like, damn, that's savage. You know, I fucking love Twitch chat. Twitch chat is the best. It keeps me in line, and it's very humorous to see when I fuck up how people make fun of me, and I think that's very funny. And Twitch chat is the greatest.
Yeah.
It's the best.
And again, guys, thank you for coming on the show. It was an awesome treat to have you on here, Xeno. It meant a lot for me, for you to be on the show. It meant a lot to me because you've definitely been on the show quite I think 3 times before this. Is that right? Or was it 2? It was 2 to 3 times. So yeah, because you had okay, so yeah, there's the Relic show, then it was the Tank show, and then it was the Warrior show, and then there was one more show, it was the very first one. It was kind of early. I was actually surprised how early it was.
But yeah, man, I really appreciate you having me on here, man. Asking me to. I really enjoy coming on MogTalk, man. It's a lot of fun. I always have a lot of fun. So yeah, I definitely appreciate you asking me to be a part of the 50th show.
Of course.
Which, congrats again, by the way.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Man.
And Perez, we'll see you back here again. I noticed this is your debut. It's a pretty epic debut here, going through all things.
Yeah, you can imagine like how I feel, right? It's your 50th show. You know, you're having me first time guest. I'm honored, man. Thanks a lot. It really means a lot.
I trust Xeno completely. I trust him. All right, guys.
Make sure to hit Perez up with a follow because he streams. He streams from time to time, and he's an awesome warrior, awesome guy, and he fucks up just as much as I do.
Yeah,
and it's really funny.
Yeah, I think it's Gangsta Play, right?
Gangsta Replay.
Gangsta.
Or you said Gangstar Play.
Yeah, Gangsta Play. Yeah.
I just stream like whatever.
I think I misspelled it. Is it Gangstar? Like All right, so do real quick shout out. G-A-N-G.
Yeah, you spelled that wrong. It's Gangsta Replay.
All right, there we go. That's the right one. The one I put in there. Sorry, guys, I totally misspelled it on there.
It's fine.
But please,
if I raid, it's Xeno will probably be streaming. So like, you know, all I really have. What?
Multi-Twitch, double the Twitch.
Oh yeah, multi-Twitch, dude. Yeah, we might
get a Twitch chat on both fucking peripherals, man.
Yeah, dude.
That's even better than one peripheral. That's 2.
That's genius. That's fucking genius.
Well, and also, of course, we linked your stream in there, Xeno. I'm pretty sure most people watching the stream probably follow you. You're an awesome figure in the community, man.
Thank you very much, man.
Yeah. All right. So we're done circle jerking each other. Let's get back to the transition to the next show, which we're gonna have. We're not gonna have a Dajo on. We were gonna have him on, but he had something that came up. We have Gilly coming on, and we have Shaman Ark as surprise filling guest to talk about. It's gonna be hard to follow up this, guys. I hope you're ready to follow this up. But we're actually gonna talk about MogTalk and how it was and how it's kind of evolved over the past. And Gilly was a big part of MogTalk at the beginning there, and kind of see where he's at. He quit the game, so we're gonna hear about some reasons to why, and where he's at, and maybe even if he's hyped up. After watching this show, he has to be hyped up for it, man. There's no doubt. But all right, guys, I'm gonna do our wave here. Wave bye. We're gonna go in transition for setup. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Transition is there. All right, I'm gonna turn on the music real quick.